All I keep hearing is that love is a verb. That quote has been following me around everywhere. And you're currently being tested on something that you love. This has been coming up a lot. Interesting, I have death, which in this deck is the Fool card, the beginning, where death is also a rebirth. This has been coming up a lot in my readings of something that you love that hasn't been available to you in the form that you wanted it to be. Basically, like, it's not happening perfectly, so you feel like you can't do it. And why I've been hearing this, this is like a pick your battles energy with this new like death and rebirth that you're going through with this 5 of birds. Birds are also very significant. If you've been seeing them around a lot, like a lot of dead birds as well, there are signs in those, but I'll get into that in another reading. In regards to this thing that you love, but it can't be done perfectly, so you're feeling like it's not an option for you at all, like the universe took it off the table for you, and that's not the case. And where I keep hearing that love is a verb is that you are being tested on how you love. You say you love this thing, but if it's not happening perfectly, you won't show up for it. And this is actually causing blockages in your life because it's symbolic of something bigger in your life, of how you show up for the things you love, the people you love, the places you love, what have you. That this is, for some of you, this is like a generational trauma or a generational curse of people not showing up in love. And that if it's not perfect or ideal, like they disconnect, they won't be there for you. So you could have experienced that with your parents in like romantic relationships, friendships, whatever. That has been a repeating cycle in your life, and it's also repeating in the things that you like to do. That you are being tested to break this cycle in that, okay, you say you love this thing so much, now you don't have the money to do it, now you don't have the resources to do it. You moved somewhere, so you can't get to the place that makes it easy. There's become obstacles in the way to doing the thing that you love. And it's actually a test for you, that you subconsciously created this, as we are co-creators. So the universe gave you this experience to test how much you love this thing, especially if you have always wanted or wished for those to show up for you in ways that maybe they couldn't or they never have before. And you're being asked to do this with this thing that you love. I'm always being reminded that there are a million ways to do things. And I'm getting that some of you, the universe has given you an opportunity to do this. And I'm sure you've seen this a lot. So me saying this, if you feel frustrated, that's a good sign. I'd like to remind you that even though frustration is a very uncomfortable emotion, it is a sign that you're capable of doing whatever it is that was mentioned that frustrates you. Frustration is actually an acknowledgement of your capability. So that the universe has given you an opportunity to do this thing. It's just not ideal. It will require more effort on your part to get it done or to explore it in a new way. That it's not in the way that you wanted to do it. My cards are really sticky here. It's super humid here today. I don't know if that's a sign for any of you. Maybe like feeling stuck, like sticky. That's maybe how this thing feels to you. But there's like a lot of shame around this practice, this thing that you like to do as well. Entertainer at the back of my deck. It's something that you're good at, that you can showcase, and I'm getting you put a lot of perfectionist energy on this because you know how good you are, so you want the ideal conditions so that you can go all in. And this is kind of like that make or break test, like how much do you love it? If you're this good at it, if it means this much to you, if you have such a natural talent, then it's almost like par for the course that you'll hit some rocky roads because you're so good. So it's to develop you in a new way. And I'm getting that without things being ideal, you get to see yourself in a new light. Ooh, interesting. I've got this mender here and 6 of birds. So yeah, you get to choose how you like fix this up, how you heal this shame wound, because there's a perfectionist energy where that entertainer, clarity's coming in with this. So where you are so good at these things, automatically you put this perfectionist like label on top of yourself. So things have to be ideal because you have to be really good at this, because you have to achieve and like perform for lots of people. And it's like, No, this is like a love affair between you and this thing that you like to do. So it's going to be messy. It's going to hit turbulence. Interesting that there are planes on this, that I said hit turbulence. And that doesn't matter to the outside world. That shouldn't be consumable to others. This is between you and this thing that you love to do. You're cultivating your love for this through like thick and thin. And I know this sounds like really deep for some, but like this is, everything you do is an extension of your soul. So you're being called to like look at this in a new way and to like heal how you look at yourself in relation to things that you do and also in relation to things that you're good at. Like sort of ease up on yourself. This is also you finally breaking like perfectionist tendencies, that you don't have to show up perfectly in love, because it can get like a kind of all or nothing, and it's highlighting this cycle that you're closing out, where others couldn't show up for you because they were also experiencing this. So it's able to give you the other side of why others couldn't show up for you, that they may have had these perfectionist tendencies. So if they couldn't show up perfectly for you, they didn't show up at all. And this is where, I felt that. That's some clarity. You get to do this differently, and you get to do it in every aspect of your life. So you don't have to show up perfectly. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you have to show up perfectly for it. You don't have to entertain, or even if you entertain others, like just because it's something that you do like a song and dance for others, that doesn't have to be perfect either. That you showing up imperfectly allows others to accept your imperfections, just as you get to accept the imperfections in this practice that you're trying to cultivate. So embrace the struggle through this. This Six of Birds is saying that you are divinely guided through this, and that the universe is guiding you through this, even if it feels like you're on a crash course. That this is actually part of your growth. And that's something that I've had to learn as well. I've been recommending this book a lot to my clients. It's called Astral Projection and the Nature of Reality. And you may be turned off if you're not interested in the astral projection piece, but I find the nature of reality in understanding this world is beneficial for everybody. So if you've been looking for a new book to pick up, definitely pick up that one, because it helps you understand the world. But part of what it's by John Magnus. Sorry, you guys. Part of what this guy explains in the book is that some of our soul lessons that we learn aren't meant to be passed. Like some of the tests that we're given, we're not meant to pass them. So a lot of us will see tests from the universe and be like, how do I pass this? It's not about how you pass it, it's just how you show up to it. Some of these things, I got chills, so this is gonna resonate with someone. It's rigged so that you don't pass. Like you are meant to fail some of these challenges, and it's just to see how you show up in this face of failure. And this is kind of what you're being guided to do right now, is how do you show up when it's not ideal? How do you show up when everything looks like shit around you? How do you show up when it's not working out the way you want it to? And just understand that you are being divinely guided through this, and like your guides are watching you and you're doing a good job. So I hope this provided you with some clarity. If you'd like some more clarity or specifics on this reading for you, or you just want a general reading with me, or any other questions you may have, you can head to my Etsy shop. It's linked at the top of my page. I'm having a birthday sale, so if you are interested, like have any deep dives of 3 or more questions, it's 25% off for 3 or more services in my shop. And also check out my Substack while you're there. Thanks, guys.